Hello, everybody listening to the Fair with the Podcast. Your boy 2K Suave. I'm joined with the co-host, Mr. AROD, Mr. Alex Rodriguez, listening to the Fair with the Podcast. I do apologize if my voice is a little raspy. I'm on my Jada Kiss shit right now. I can't even do that right now properly, but I got my Yonkers accent on today. What's up, AROD?
Tell them, man, the OGs are holding it down because we did absorb two others to this podcast, and at this time they're just fly by day, fly by night kind of guys. They'll show up when they want. We might get a guest appearance from them. Yeah. One has very hot takes, and he's not here to do it. So we'll see if they jump on later.
I see them as just as special, pop in whenever they need to pop in. It's like, it'd be like that sometimes. You always got those cousins that show up to the random party when they need to. You know what I'm saying?
We're officially unks too. Unfortunately, that's where we are in life. I was born in 19, and then it's dinosaur pictures, what everybody thinks of us immediately. So, but we're also recording on a Wednesday, so we try record Tuesdays now. So it's a unconventional time, but because it's the draft, it makes sense. So. Did I cut out?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did I cut out?
Yeah, it got frozen on my end. So.
All right. Yeah, we're recording on a Tuesday. We usually record Tuesdays. We're recording on a Wednesday, a little unconventional, but with the draft tomorrow, it makes sense to record today. So that's where we're at with this. So.
Yeah, by the time this is as of right now, for the first time like ever, there has been I heard like since the Joe Montana draft. This is the first time there's been no pre-draft trades. So as of right now, we still don't have a trade. By the time this is released, there might not still be a trade. But the two of us did do our mock drafts. I know I had a couple trades in there. I don't know if you did. Did you?
No, I did. I don't like to. I'd like to do that, but I think I'd get too spicy with it. And there's always that team like the Buccaneers that trade into the last pick to get the 32nd pick to get the muscle hamster type things. Like, I don't like to do. I just like to go down the board and see what I can get from it. And if a player, here's the way I look at it. If I get it perfect, that's amazing. Crown me God, fire Mel Kiper, hire me ESPN. I still don't get why that guy has a job because I look
at ESPN.
He's still with ESPN.
Tom McShay's not there no more. That's right.
Yeah. I literally saw his mock draft, or not his mock draft, his rankings of players. I saw his mock draft too. I'm really not impressed with it whatsoever. But the players he had up there, I think he had Golden above the kid from Arizona State on the wide receiver. And I have heard nothing but good things. Like, I've been watching tape on this kid from Arizona just to get an idea of who he is, because I don't know him like that. And when I look at someone's gonna get something good. Someone's gonna get something good.
They say the experts, they say Mike Evans like, so he's all of 6'4", 230, big. He ran a good 40.
And light skin.
So he's light skin. That's why they said Mike Evans.
Watch your girls.
You realize whenever they do any kind of player comparison, they gotta do it to the same skin tone. Like, if it's Austin Reeves, they're not gonna say no ball handler black dude. It's always Pistol Pete Maravich, white chocolate. If it's a light skinned receiver, they don't say Antonio Brown. Nope, Mike Evans. Keenan Allen. It's like, it's got to be. What does he look like? Okay, that's what he reminds me. Shit. But now we're gonna have a lot of fun talking about the NFL draft. It's a fun time of the year. With the draft and everything like that. Obviously, the playoffs are all going right now. Cade Cunningham got some shit for you, A-Rod.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. You saw game 1, and that's what I expected. Game 2 was going down. Cat went cold. That's my fear with Cat, is he's inconsistent. I know a lot of people say he brings a lot to the team, which he does. I'm not taking it away from him. I just think he's soft, is what I've been preaching. He's a soft player.
Yeah.
And you need him and Jalen Brunson to be running on all 4 cylinders. Jalen Brunson's running on all 4 cylinders. And I hate seeing people like, what
clutch,
more do you
clutch player of the year, Jalen Brunson.
Clutch player of the year, yes. I saw that. but I need Cat to step it up and be the guy that we brought him here for. The Pistons, I'm proud of them. I said it's going to go 6 games. We're going to get a gentleman sweep out of it. I have a feeling it might go 7, and if it does, I just want to see good basketball.
Gentleman sweep would be 5. It'd be Knicks in 5.
Knicks in 5 is what I want. So we'll see.
Cade, Blade, air raid offense. Knicks in 5.
I'm happy to see them doing good though. Like I can't trash, and even if they beat us, I won't have any ill will towards it because like this is what I expect from this team. You know, they always let me down, but you know, I'd be happy to see the Pistons back in it doing something. So I need them to get their shit together. I need what I told you. It's Tibbs. Tibbs has to learn to manage this team, and he's been doing a better job of it in the playoffs.
I don't know because we're going to talk about we'll talk about basketball in a little bit. But how do you play? What's his name? Campaign all those minutes in the first game, and he goes off in the fourth quarter, and they play him 4 minutes in game 2. That is just weird coaching to me.
To me, that's the hot hand. I would have kept playing him, and then I would say, hey, I wouldn't have played him like that. I'm sorry. Like that was out of body for Campaign.
Oh, I get it. But shit, if it's working, shit, don't bring it. We'll get to the Knicks later. What you got as far as like crazy, wacky, funny?
I got 2 for crazy, wacky, funny. On a funny side, I was watching because we're gonna talk basketball later, and I've been watching people talk about John Morant and how they need to get him out of there, and I've seen a lot of experts saying that the Bulls could target him, and immediately right underneath, I know we talked about in the chat, but right under somebody said, bruh, this is the one place he does not need to go to with all the guns
Definitely, because you think that gun shit will fly. Memphis is already a scary enough place. You think that shit's gonna fly Chicago? Oh hell no.
I mean, behind the scenes when Jordan was there, I'm sure there was a lot of crime and shit like that, but that city was loving the Chicago Bulls at that time. Jordan wasn't coming out there with a gun. Just imagine John's gonna have the rocket launcher celebration real quick, real out there, man. And then from the nerd side of stuff, I'm a big gamer, and The Last of Us, if you haven't been watching it, if you know, spoiler alert, if you haven't played The Last of Us, it's a beautiful game. It's a crazy game. It's a game I always like because it's like a what if type of thing.
So what can you explain to? Because I've never played the game. I by the way, I'm about to buy a PS5. It's about time. It's about time. Like I usually wait a couple years. It's been a couple of years. So, but for the people like me who haven't played The Last of Us, because obviously the show is doing really well right now and everything. So what? Like all I know is something with zombies. That's all I know.
It's not really zombie. So we're used to seeing an oversaturated portrayal of zombies and vampires all the time. This one is one that gets you thinking, because there is a type of fungus that overtakes its host and basically controls its mind, takes it somewhere to die, and then eats it from the inside and comes out of it and grows within the host. And it only targets certain type of hosts. And it's invertebrates, insects is what it goes after. Praying mantis, spiders, ants, things like that. So in this game, we're in the era of climate control. Climate control, is it a real thing? Is it not? And the show did a very, very good job of it. They had the guy from The Mummy who was the brother of the sister talking about it. And he was like, well, what if? And he alludes to what the game is about. What if temperatures drop and these funguses can get a hold of us and can control us and basically take over as a host and zombify us in a way, I guess. So it's about what The Happening, you remember that movie with M. Night Shyamalan did where the trees were killing people? Yeah. It's like that, but way better, because in that one it was just like, oh, pollen's in the air, put a knife in my head. Yeah. So this one, it's they get attracted to our host, they take over our bodies, and then I forget what the type of fungus it starts with a C. It controls our host and controls us basically, and we're basically become hosts to them, zombies to them in a way, but we're just, fungus, for lack of a better word. And in this newest episode that just came out, I had to watch it the other day, and it's fast forwarding in the game with a part where the main character Joel dies. So everyone that loves Pedro Pascal, it was like, oh, he's dead. The show's done. Well, they've kind of like chop it up into different pieces. What's going on, and it portrays what's going on in the game. But it was a tough thing for me to watch because I like the guy as an actor. He does a great job playing Joel in the movie compared to the game.
Oh, shit, now I can't watch it no more. You already killed that for me, so.
I'm telling you what happens. I mean, if you play the video, it's a well-renowned game, and I'm sure you've seen it all over Instagram and everything. But they take what I love most about the directors of this is they take scenes from the game, like actual scenes from the game, and they recreate them, and it's almost spot on, and it's really good.
I like that.
Yeah, so it pays homage to the video game. There was a scene in there where he saves this one girl, and it's exactly like the video game that I remember. You're up against a wall, the monsters are all trying to get you, and he's like pulling her through to get through it.
Yeah.
But the show is just great. Season 2, we're only 2 episodes in, and they've already killed off the main character. But I mean, at the same time, he's not going to be like he's dead officially, but they got to show backstory to a lot of things that have happened to this. So they're basically cutting off parts of the game into different pieces. So he'll still be there, but at the end, like he's not going to be there, and it's going to.
But you ultimately know his fate.
You know his fate if you played the game.
Yeah.
There's two games, Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2. So you do know his fate. So it's sad to see him go. I knew he was going to go. I was wondering how they're going to get rid of him because he's a big actor and he's doing a great job in this show. And it's like for the video game world, this is probably like my favorite movie made or show that they've made of a video game. Like it's so well acted, it's very well, and you can empathize with the characters of what's going on. Yeah. And Pedro Pascal is definitely like one of my favorite actors right now. So.
Could you imagine if Grand Theft Auto became a TV show?
They tried, yeah. It'd be great to see. I can't wait for this new one in Florida. They're doing it, by the way, for Grand Theft Auto 6. They're doing the entire Florida map.
I've seen them in Tampa. I've seen them outside.
We're getting Orlando and we're getting Duval, Tallahassee. So yeah. I can't wait to see this shit, man.
They are outside.
Florida, man, it's really a thing, man. It is really a thing.
All right, cool. For me, we got an update to the Nico Imaliva situation. You were right about UCLA, but the interesting thing is that the UCLA quarterback was like, "All right, cool. I guess I'm going to Tennessee." So basically, we just saw.
Make it make sense.
We just saw our first trade in college sports. This shit is getting weird, bro. This shit is getting weird because, like, again, I'm all for compensating the athletes and all that shit. That's not the issue here. It's everything else that's been going on over the last few years. I don't know if it's like old man get off my lawn type of shit, but this shit's getting freaking weird. Like it's just. I don't know. It's hard to really kind of put my finger on everything like that. Randomly, I just got a text from my girl, her cousin in Texas, and she just texted me, "Buster." I think she's at a Kendrick Lamar concert. And Kendrick, they're touring right now. Kendrick and SZA, right? Yeah. Oh, she went. Oh, good for her.
Grand National Tour.
She good, and they doing stadiums and shit. That's dope. But Buster, but the whole NIL is getting weird. And then also
I see that too, by the way, because like everybody was like, "Oh, SZA's Drake's," and like they collaborate. I was like, "Yo, she is infiltrating." And I know that she went to the Kendrick concert dressed up as a nobody, like to not stand out. And like, dude, they're fine. They're okay.
It's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy. And then last but not least, before we get into the NFL, a former very popular NFL player who just won a couple of Webby Awards today, on Nightcap, Shannon Sharpe. Got some shit going on, man. It's got some shit going on, man. Tony Busby is back at it again.
I like that guy. I hate that guy a lot.
You know what it is? You know what this shit is making me do though? It's making me rethink this whole Deshaun Watson situation. Like, maybe we were just wrong. Maybe Tony Busby is just a dirty ass lawyer, bro. I don't know. Because again, there's three sides of every story: his, hers, and the truth. That's just how it works. I don't know. Now I don't because like he tried to come at Jay-Z. He tried to come at what's his name? What's that fat comedian's name? Oh my oh my God, what's his name? Drewski. Trying to come at Drewski and OBJ. Drewski had to prove that he only had 89 cents in his account in 2018. He wasn't no damn celebrity. Now he's coming after Shannon Sharpe. Like it's yeah, like it's I don't know what's what.
My childhood is ruined. Regardless, my childhood is ruined. I mean, you see Kanye too. Like I don't even want to talk about.
That's a whole other conversation.
I'm done with it.
It's bad. This is like I woke up. I think it was yesterday morning. The first thing I did was open Twitter. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I know he said something else. Like it's like every day now. It's like, bro, people get banned off of Twitter for way less shit. They need to just remove, like, maybe this is therapy. I don't know. But this is just, bruh. And it's like, again, can I turn on my Apple iTunes or whatever and listen to, like, can I listen to, it's that crack music, like, can I listen to that real black music? I can't listen to that no more.
After Life of Pablo, I'm done with that, man.
Yeah, but like, can I, in good faith, play a song right now and not feel bad about it? Can I do that in good faith?
I don't know, man. I'm the kind of person that you have to compartmentalize and separate the man from the craft.
I always try to do that.
I try a lot too, but look at Michael Jackson. A lot of shit they said about Michael Jackson when he was dead.
They was trying. Michael Jackson was innocent. Okay, shit. I'm sorry. Listen. There's as a young black man growing up, Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson were like, that was it. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be like Mike. Biggie Smalls once said, Mike. I feel like Michael. He said Jordan, Jackson, Tyson, Action, whatever. However it goes. It was on that one song he did with Diddy. Diddy. Another one. It's like we got to realize that. Anyway, it's yes. All of our people that we revere. This is something. There's always something. And the latest shit with Shannon Sharpe. Listen, that's why you got to be staying away from these. Like he be trying to get with these 20 mid 20-year-olds and shit like that. No, bro, you need to be with somebody your own age, Shay, because that ain't it.
The problem too is like this country is like created this woke standpoint of stuff, which I'm okay with that. I completely can understand that. Like you need to empathize and sympathize with different groups of people, whether they're race, whether it's sex, whether it's the way they identify. I get that. But at what point are we pushing this way too far to more pander to it? Like, oh, he was, like, come on, we all do dumb shit. Like, I'm sure we all have done shit in the past with women that we're not happy of. But if there's one guy out there going on a witch hunt for me and saying, like, this is how I am because of how I acted when I was younger, I think that like people, I'm a believer that people can change. Call me naive, whatever. I feel like I'm the product of that. I've been able to change my habits and be a better person. Now, I'm not saying everybody is like that, but I think when you're younger and you're coming into a lot of power and a lot of things,
you're young and dumb, and the people who are around you are influencing your decisions. That's just correct. That's the way it is.
Sure, you get older, but in the Shannon Sharpe situation, like, dude, come on, man, like, don't be messing with these young girls.
Go get you a cougar, dog. Go get you a cougar. They'll cook you some meals, brother. They'll cook you some meals, dog.
Come on, man. They want one thing and one thing only. Come on, let's just I keep it a buck. I keep it a bean.
25. She said 25 for each cheek, baby. 25 for each cheek.
Ridiculous, man. Come on,
Shay. Show me. Hey, when I was reading that shit, I was like, show me a gun, dog.
Hey, John Moran, where you at, man? When Shaq goes down, that's the end of the world for me. That's when I stop watching TV, man. When Shaq goes down, I can't.
Don't say when. Damn. Why you saying it like you expect it now?
If I mean, I'm anybody, man. If they pull Obama out too, bro, I'll be like, oh my God, man,
Ain't
no.
nothing going. Obama, hell no. We know he smokes weed, and that's about it. Like, come on.
And photobombs pictures, man.
We
But
know he smokes weed, man. We good, brother. And he might photobomb a picture, cool. He didn't even realize, but we know he smoked weed, cool. Whatever. Outside of that, clean.
but like if
Clean.
if Shaq gets taken down, man, like that is like the ultimate greatest man in the world to me is Shaquille O'Neal. He is. I know in the past with his wife and shit like that, that was bad. But since then, he's become a great father. He's admitted to all of his mistakes.
I don't know. If some shit came out about Shaq, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Would to me because the things that I've seen, like when Shaq was younger, he was, of course, a lot of fun, but rambunctious. I mean, he made you kind of hate Kobe for a while. He made you then hate him because of what he did in the Lake organization and the Magic organization and the hopping around. But then afterwards, you know, he made the thing with Penny about if I stayed. And even at the end, he said, man, if I would have stayed, we would have won a lot of championships. I'm sorry for that, man. I can empathize. And even the stuff to Kobe going on, like he admitted I was wrong for all of that. I'm sorry.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want you to hold your breath on Shaq, okay? Like I would be a buck. Shaq is a Q, bro. Anything they say about him will surprise me, okay? If they say anything about Shaq, I believe it. So I'll leave that alone.
He's my Pope. No, sorry, Pope, but he's my Pope right now, man. So we'll see what happens.
And RIP to the Pope, you know. I don't know things about popes like that, but from what I read, he was a good Pope. He was like, you talk about woke. I guess he was like the first woke Pope. So RIP to him. And then yeah, let's get to the NFL. Let's get to the NFL draft. You know why I'm happy we did our mock drafts how we did it? Because we could have done one a month ago and it would have just been just random. But like
you're seeing the sliding of Shador now.
I know for a fact, had we done this mock draft 3 months ago, like we could have, or two, like right after the Super Bowl, we probably would have put Shador number 2 in both of ours, right? I think that was kind of like the expectation. Shador's going number 2. Now I wanted strategically for us to kind of wait and really just like
he could still go top 5. He still could go top 5. I don't think he is, but I'm saying like he could still go top 5. I think, but I'm personally with this whole Aaron Rodgers thing going on. I think like I don't think Aaron Rodgers is playing next year.
He is.
I don't think he is.
He is, bro. He's you can't when you're a great player, you can't go out like that. You know what I mean? Like he went out like a scrub with the Jets, flew to New York, and they told him in a 30-second conversation, yeah, by the way, we don't need you.
No, they didn't say it. They said they literally flew him out there and said, do you want to play football? He said, absolutely. He said, okay, well, you're not going to play here. How do you want us to write it up? That is the most Aaron Rodgers thing to happen to Aaron Rodgers, and I love it. I love that he's pissed off about it, but I love the balls on Aaron Glenn for doing that shit. Because
was that a Glenn call or that GM call?
Fuck it. Aaron Glenn was the one that facilitated the whole thing, though, he said.
Wait, hey, with all due respect.
The GM and him probably in the room, they were like, hey, I'm going to call Aaron. Who's going to talk? He said, well, I'll talk. I'll do the talking. Don't worry.
They could have just FaceTimed me, bro. They flew me over here. They could have just FaceTimed me. Write me a letter. Anything else. They said, nah, bro, you going to hop on this jet? Fly out over to New York. Where in California? He flew from you know how long that flight is, bro? God damn. He flew from California to New York and be like, all right, brother. Yeah, we good. You want to be here? Yeah, we don't
want to play football. Yes. So you're not going to play here.
As a 4-time MVP Super Bowl champ, you ain't going out like that. You ain't going out like that, bro. I'm sorry. He gonna be on the team next year.
I don't think so.
Him and Mike Tomlin have been winking at each other since like 2020. You know they got bad crushes on each other.
I don't think so.
We gonna see that.
Tomlin's like I got too much of it. Like if he ain't signed by now, like I'm done with this shit.
DK Metcalf signed that deal to go play with Mason Rudolph. Hell no. Aaron Rodgers will be there. It might be July, but he ain't going to. Because remember last year, Oh, he missed OTAs. Oh,
Okay,
he missed this.
okay.
He
I
ain't
don't think.
dealing with that shit. He said, no, I'm gonna go on my retreat. I'm gonna go do my shrooms. I'm gonna go do my ayahuasca, and then when I'm ready, I'll sign, and then we can do this shit. It's
Okay,
Brett Favre all over again, dog.
okay. If he goes to the Steelers, I don't think he will. But if he does, and Mike Tomlin has to deal with George Pickens, DK Metcalf, and him, bro, I'm flying to Philadelphia. I am getting or Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. I am getting a job there, and I'm gonna start building the statue with. I don't care.
But we listen. I've already applied for steel mill jobs. I'm trying to go work in the coal mines. We building this statue regardless. That man has dealt with a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
Jesus Christ, man, I
He
can't.
must have listen. He must have a good woman at home for him to deal with all that shit. Cause imagine dealing with that, and you got to go home to a wife that's just annoying. He must got a good one at home that he goes home to. She's just like, what did George say today? what TikTok dancing James Claypool do this time? Oh God. And Antonio Brown, what is he doing? Like, can you imagine years and years and years of this shit? Ben Roethlisberger, his shit he had going on, bro. Mike Tomlin.
I saw what George did on TV. I'm in the bed naked. Get home. Get home quick.
I sent his spicy text on the sideline. I'm sorry, babe. Just hurry up, dog. Just get home. Good old Mike. But now, like I said, I'm happy we waited to do the drafts and everything like that because we finally got a good sense. Like, listen. I know you be reading shit. I be reading shit too. I don't be watching film like that. I'll admit, that's not my ADHD can't sit and just click back and watch film. But I listen to people. I read shit. I watch game film when I want to see a short or a reel or stuff like that. So I have a good this mock draft that we both did, at least for me. I really, really, really I put a lot of. It was a weird one because there's a lot of unknowns in this draft. So let's kind of just let's honestly just start at the top real quick with the Titans, right? And I have the NFL draft odds on Hard Rock bet. Hard Rock, if you want to sponsor the show, just know that we know what we talk about, man. We're good at what we do. Hard Rock. I've poured a lot of money into your account. You guys have built hotel rooms and charged steaks for $200 because of me. So, pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? Pay it forward. But the number one overall pick is a minus 20,000 odd that is going to be Cam Ward. So we all know Cam Ward is going to the Titans. Now, I play basketball, with these people who are not my former coworkers. I play basketball with them every Wednesday, and I actually just left. I was there a little bit earlier, and one of my coworkers, his name is Joe. He's a diehard Titans fan. Now, you don't meet too many diehard Titans fans, but he's a diehard Titans fan, right? He's also from New York. he's a Met fan, Titan fan, a Knicks fan. So interesting fellow, but no, he's a cool dude. So I talked to him about it because I wanted to hear from an actual fan. All right, what are your thoughts on Cam Ward? And he was like, "Look, I like the pick, but this is our third year in a row drafting a quarterback." I was like, "Third year in a row?" I remember Will Levis, and then I was like, "Oh, they drafted Malik Willis too."
I know this is going on the third quarterback they're taking in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
Pause you real quick. The correlation between New York and Tennessee. So I'm always on. The first thing I do when I wake up is I open up Twitter, and one of the beat writer guys from Tennessee posted a mock trade. It was Will Levis and a 5th or 6th round pick to the Jets for Breece Hall. And it said, and he said, who says no to this trade? And I watched the beat writer from the New York Jets below it comment and said, that's enough for Twitter today. Time to log off. Good night. I was like,
that's
bro.
like that meme with the Simpsons where Marge with her daughter, she was like, yeah, it's time to log off now. Like, what? Breece Hall for Will Levis?
What's
Will
the one?
Levis,
What's the
the
one of the
mayonnaise eating dudes, mayonnaise eating. Come on, man. Like what?
the night by like the fire? It's like rest here, weary traveler. You've seen enough today.
What are we doing, brother? See, that's what I'm like. Look, you got to drug test some people. Some people need to. And I ain't talking weed. I'm talking about like hard drugs, like PCP. Like he might have gotten wet, dog. He might be wet right now. Mind you, Training Day was on TV the other day. God, I love that damn movie, bro. I love that damn movie. God damn.
Shout out Sinners, man. I want to watch that movie so bad, and we're getting to see Spike Lee and Denzel Washington 2.0 with Ryan Coogler. It's
listen, Michael B. Jordan is not Denzel Washington, all right, but cool, cool. But Denzel Washington is like, there's levels to shit, bro. Denzel Washington is on a class of his own, dog. Class of his own.
Michael B. Jordan is making some good movies, though, man. Ryan Coogler.
Denzel Washington. I'm not DiCaprio.
Denzel is my favorite actor. Nobody will. You could put any Denzel movie on, and I watched Macbeth. I watched him play Macbeth, and I was like,
I didn't even do that. That's real. That's real.
I love Denzel Washington. You could put him in anything. I did not like him in Gladiator, but he did a good job. All right, I'm gonna take all y'all out of here. I'm gonna make you mine. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna take it. This is how it's gonna be. You're gonna fight for me. I'm gonna get you mine. I'm gonna be the king. I'm gonna be the emperor. Y'all gonna be good. I love Denzel, man, but what Ryan Coogler is doing, I think it's like Scorsese-esque, the way he does it with De Niro and Pesci with Leo now. Like he finds his guys he works well with, and he puts them in good roles. And I think Ryan Coogler just does a really good job of that. Whether you make because Fruitvale Station was the first one he did with it. Man, I cried in that movie like a baby. I cried in that movie like a baby watching it. He did such a good job. And I think that was Michael B. Jordan's best acting I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. And this one is it's cool. It's more than just vampires. It's Prohibition era. Yeah. And it's also like black people couldn't just have fun. They had to like go down below. And the poster was a reenactment of the I can't think of the name of the painting, but it was a reenactment of that, which was super cool too. So there's a lot of cool things that I catch on with stuff because I kind of see myself as an artsy person. So anyways, let's talk. Come on.
Yeah, that's dope. But Shannon, how did we even get there? how did we get there?
Who knows?
Anyway, so yeah, Cam Ward.
First pick for sure.
Now, just real quick on him. Any doubt? Like, should he be the first pick? Like, is there any doubt in his game? Like, look, Miami, they had a good year offensively, obviously, and everything like that. The way he rose, in his career is beautiful. So, obviously, it's a cool story. But do you think? Because like when I was talking to Joe about it, my former coworker, I was like, look,
he probably didn't want him.
He said, I like the pick, but I would much rather have gotten Abdul Carter, and then if we suck, oh well, because next year we could go get Archie Manning or some shit like that. Because the quarterback draft class is gonna be better next year. So, but you build with the best pass rusher in the draft, and then you go get your quarterback in the next year's draft if it doesn't kind of work out. So it's like he said. At the same time, though, he's not mad at Cam Ward. Like it's not like he's a bad player. So that's kind of the sentiment that I got, and it seems from what I read, that seems to be kind of like because like what I told him, I look at your situation as a Jets fan, right? And I look at the Patriots. So I look at all three, like us on this podcast, the Patriots, Jets, and Eagles, right? We had Donovan McNabb for years. I never worried about, oh my God, what quarterback coming out, right? When we didn't have him, we moved on to Vic very nicely. We didn't have him. We moved on to Nick Foles and then Carson Wentz very easily. And then we got Jalen. Like we've always had a good transition plan, and it feels normal to like. At least I ain't got to worry about that shit. Like we had Kevin Cobb. We had Garcia. We had some weird shit in between.
Yeah. I get it.
I look at the Patriots. They had Tom Brady for 20 years. They had a few weird years, but like, look, we got to get to our guy. We got to get our guy. They got their guy. Then I look at the Jets. Y'all never had a guy. And I'm like, it is so hard to be a good NFL team if you don't have stability at quarterback, because it is so hard to find a solid quarterback. So to me, it's consensus across the league. Every team thinks Cam Ward is the best quarterback. So
Agreed.
if they all believe that's the situation, like there's no debate. Like Cam Ward separated from Shedeur Sanders months ago. Like everyone so to me, it's like if it's that clear, cool. You got your quarterback.
Here's my thing. Don't become the Cleveland Browns of quarterbacks,
Correct.
okay? Don't become that. And I am not a fan of giving up on players.
Yeah.
Especially ones that you take in the first and second rounds as quarterbacks, because this is what you're hunting. This is the great white buffalo that you're hunting, the great white whale, whatever you want to call it. No pun intended. But this is what you want. And what I've seen from this guy, Will Levis, all I had to see was against the Jets. I saw 2 stupid mistakes that he made, and I saw Callahan on the sideline throwing his shit and telling him to get over here now. That tells me right there,
yeah,
he's not coachable.
Correct.
He could be, but I think it comes with a change of scenery. Because look at Malik Willis. Malik Willis went to the Packers and balled out the one game they gave him the keys.
Against the Titans. Whoop they ass.
Yeah. So I think it's a change of scenery because, oh, shit, this is real. This is my job, and I'm acting a fool out here throwing the ball while I'm getting tackled.
Look at Baker Mayfield. It took some time. He got to Tampa Bay, completely Sam Darnold. Completely, like, it happens like that.
Baker, the Browns are just, they're quick to jump on anything. They want results quick because they live in that era of what was the running back's name? What was his name? The dude that just passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, Jim Brown.
Kozar. They think of those eras, and guys, that was like the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. Since then, you lost a team and then got it back, and you've been bad since. And whatever hope you have, you back up a Brinks truck to the wrong guy, and then another guy says, well, I'm going to leave, and you back up the Brinks truck again. And then you're forgetting about a guy who's made your team better at the running back position and Nick Chubb. Tears his shit, comes back.
Still a free agent, by the way.
Tears his shit and still comes back and balls. So just my thing is, if this is it, don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. This shit better for Cam Ward. They don't have a receiver. I mean, Calvin Ridley, he said, was his number 1 receiver in the league, which I think is wild. That basically tells us he's going there.
He's been calling his shot for weeks. Like, yeah, I'm a Titan. I'm going to be a Titan.
but I think you have to let this go to the 5th-year option for this guy. You can't move on from this. I think it would be foolish unless there's some crazy allegation against him. But what I'm getting at long
draft day, he has like a mask on with the weed inside.
They said Abdul Carter had a mask on with the weed. He'll let him fall to me to the Jets, man.
Shit, listen, you know the Eagles will straight up and get his ass.
I think you have to be patient with this because that team is imperfect right now. There's a lot of holes in it, and I think you're gonna have to be patient. And if this is your guy, stand by it. Wait, be patient. Don't try and Carolina Panthers' ass like they did last year with Small Boy. He showed out at the end of the year. So we'll see.
And the thing with Cam, you're bringing him in, you're going to start him day one. Like, there is no way Will Levis is starting day one. Like, there's no competition there. There's no, Cam, you are our guy. We're going to give you all the confidence in the world. Whatever you need us to do moving forward, let us know. You know what I mean? So to me, I like, you know what I like about Cam Ward? He's confident. Like, and I want to talk about Shedeur Sanders too, because like Cam Ward, actually, I'll use this as kind of like a segue, because like Cam Ward is very confident in his ability, and NFL teams love that shit about him. Like, he's confident, he's proven it. Shedeur, on the other hand, is also very confident, and teams don't like him. Dog. I don't know. Every time I hear something. He's cocky.
It's because his dad.
He's this.
It's because his dad, man.
His dad, look, his dad was confident, right? Look at his dad. His dad was the greatest athlete ever.
Shador, wherever Shador lands, it's gonna be fine. He'll be okay. I am not worried about Shador Sanders.
All right. Well, shout out to Cam. All right. Number 2, we both got Travis Hunter. That seems to be like. Let's talk about the impact that Travis Hunter can have on Cleveland, right? We were just talking about Cleveland, right? Obviously, Cleveland is just it's like you don't know what you're gonna get anymore, but they need an energy kind of change. They need a shift, right? What I love about Travis Hunter the most, he loves football. Like you can tell, dog, this dude really loves this shit. Like he loves this game. And to me, to be in Cleveland, right? Blue collar, like all the AFC North, NFC North, Midwest people, you better love this shit or they won't mess with you, dog. Cleveland, Minnesota, Detroit, not necessarily Minnesota, but Detroit, Ohio in general, West Virginia, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Like, you better love football or the fans won't rock with you, right? To me, Travis Hunter, he loves football so much that he's willing to play every single snap. He will play every snap of the game. And he's willing to retire if you don't allow him to play every snap. Like, he loves football that much. That's the type of player that Cleveland can't pass on, right? That's how I see it. According to Hard Rock, he's the overwhelming favorite at minus 1,100 to be second overall pick to Cleveland. So, to me, and I heard they were fielding calls from teams like, look, if you want to come get your quarterback, this pick is available. But to me, Cleveland is exactly where they need to go get Travis Hunter. What kind of impact do you feel like Travis Hunter can have on the Cleveland Browns? Because again, we know the quarterback situation is a mess. They did go and get Joe Flacco back, so they got something there. And looking at both sides of the ball, he would be complimentary to Judy. And then look at the quarterback situation, he'd be complimentary with the Denzel Ward. So depending on how they want to package him, how do you feel like, what can he do for the Cleveland Browns?
I don't know, bro. I hope something, because Cleveland messes you up. The only person that hasn't become a problem in Cleveland is Myles Garrett. I feel like that's the guy who's transcended. Nick Chubb, that man puts his body on the line all the time and tears his shit for that team, and they just, okay, next guy up. That was a home run hit that you got in the second round right there. Travis Hunter, I don't know, man. I hope he can, like you say, he loves football. That's why I like him too. He wants to play both sides of the ball. And comparing himself to Ohtani, I think is foolish. What Ohtani is doing is way more harder than I think what he's doing.
Mind you, what he was doing, because it's not like Ohtani's doing that right this second. But
I think it's going to be tough, and I think that's what he wants. And it's going to have to be a team that's going to buy into this. And we'll see how it works out. But I think for Cleveland, you're going to get a great player. Just don't mess him up. Don't make him a bust and crown him a bust. And Carmelo Anthony is asked to us and get rid of him and be done. Oh, this guy's done. His career's done. You don't want to touch him. Trust me. I pray the best for him, because Cleveland is a hard city to play for. I think the number one pick should be Abdul Carter. I still think it should be, but teams are thinking other things right now, and they've got a good pass rusher. And
you would take Abdul Carter over Travis Hunter?
I would take Abdul Carter over Cam Ward.
Oh yeah, I would too, personally. I would too, but I don't need a quarterback. So
I think personally for me, I think Abdul Carter, and then of course 2 would be Travis Hunter for me, and Cleveland is that team that's going to get him. Yeah. So just be smart. But if whoever gets Abdul Carter, it looks like it's going to be the Giants. Oh my God, fuck.
All right. How am I supposed to feel about that?
How are we supposed to feel about that, man? Because I don't want to
him twice a year, brother.
I get you do, but like it's they're going to be good. Him and Dexter Lawrence up front, they're gonna be eating, man. I think this kid is going to be a generational talent. I want to put him up there with the T.J. Watts, with the Myles Garrett's type of guy, man. He's going to be a force on the field, and you're going to be able to build around that on the defense. But if you're not doing it on the offense,
Yeah.
it's the same thing in Cleveland. It's going to be the same thing in Cleveland. Get on out there and get some more sacks, boy.
Who are the best defensive players in the league right now? T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett. Who else?
T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett,
Bosa, like he's up there.
San Fran. I think Aiden Hutchinson, when healthy, he's a monster too.
All right, now how many Super Bowls have they won? And that's why you go get the quarterback, because as great as Myles Garrett is, he can't cover for all the other bullshit that they do offensively. Yeah. He could. Oh, look about it. As the best pass rusher in football, as the best pass rusher in football, if you get 1 sack a game, that's 17 sacks. You getting paid $200 million for 17 sacks. That's not enough for Patrick Mahomes is gonna go do his shit because he gets 60 snaps a game, and you can only sack me once. You might pressure me a couple times. I'm gonna just run the other way. I'm gonna just roll out the other way. I'm gonna double team you like Chris Jones. We watch in the Super Bowl. That's another. I'll say that's another one. He's somebody. Okay, he's won Super Bowls, right? But is it Chris Jones' fault or is it Patrick Mahomes? Like, you need to have both, right? Abdul Carter, great player. For us in Philly, we would love him. But I would, if I had a chance to get the best quarterback or the best defensive player, if I feel like I can have this quarterback and have stability at court, like look at what Tom Brady came to the Bucs, right? To the same team Jameis Winston had, the same talent. Jameis Winston had 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, right? Same shit, but he turned the ball over 30 times. And that was just picks. I don't even know about fumbles. Insert Tom Brady to the same exact team, and they looked 30 times better. Like, having that guy at quarterback changed a lot. To me, I look at the Giants. Abdul Carter will be a great player for them, right? But if they don't have a quarterback, who fucking cares?
but here's the same thing with the Browns, bro. But like, here's you can go get Travis Hunter, but who's he gonna catch the ball from? Like, who's he going? He's gonna get interceptions and what? So at the end of the day, it's where do you want to start? And what I see with these three teams is where are we going to start? And I think on Cleveland side is let's just keep beefing up the defense. That's what we always do. We're known for having good defense, but I think that's where you have to start. And I think with Tennessee, they're like, hey, we want to start with the offense. You know, we struck lightning in a bottle when we got Steve McNair here. Let's start doing that all over again and try and get back to that. Correct. And with the Giants, you know, we won a Super Bowl based off our defense. That defense we had was
they had stability at quarterback. However you want to slice it. Eli Manning is a 500 career quarterback. Like 114 to 114, right? But he got 2 Super Bowls. One of them, his defense played outstanding. The other one, he had a good game, but his defense was still there. Like, all you need to have some kind of, like, Tommy DeVito, Russell Wilson, they're cool. Jameis Winston, all right, but you need to have a 10 to 15-year plan at quarterback to have success in this league. Like, just think about all the last Super Bowl winners. Like, they all had something that was like that they all had that common denominator. A quarterback that you can kind of just trust. Like Rex Grossman, when that team made it, best defense in the league, right? But when it came down to it, dog, it's the Super Bowl. I need more than just, you know, like it's hard. Like Trent Dilfer,
I get it, but it's where do you want? It sounds like they're starting from the defense, and that's okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, be patient. Just know you're not going to win a Super Bowl the first year. Just be.
I hope the Giants win 9 games next year, pick in the middle of the round, and just be in purgatory for the rest of their lives. Kind of like what the Cowboys is doing. All right, now we got through the first 3. Now I'm gonna go to like a wild card situation because to me, you look at everyone's draft board. The best player available after Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter is Ashton Jeanty. No matter how you want to slice it, right? And to me, the draft really starts at 4 because you have Ashton Jeanty going. We both have Ashton Jeanty going to the Raiders, right? To me, Ashton Genty is like the Patriots could honestly draft Ashton Genty. They honestly could.
I haven't seen him linked. I've seen him linked to the Jets, and I've seen him linked to the what do you call it? The Jaguars have looked at him too.
That's been the latest buzz. It's been the Jaguars, right? So the reason why on my mock draft I had to trade the Patriots trade down to 6 because the Raiders want Ashton Genty. Pete Carroll wants Ashton Genty badly. Everybody knows the Raiders want him. But now that the Jags are being linked to Ashton Genty, to me, I'm like, the Raiders can't even take that risk. And you got Tom Brady, you got Robert Kraft. They cool. Tom like, hey pops, hey Unc. I don't know if they say Unc in the white community, but hey Unc, hey 6 Super Bowls. We had a good time, baby. I just need a little favor, dog. And I'll give you some draft picks. We good. But I just need a favor. I can't take this chance.
The guy they want's gonna. We have the same guy going to the Patriots too. The guy they want will be
they
there.
They want Will Campbell, but they could get Ashton Genty, but they want Will Campbell, and we know the Jags do well. You saw what he did with the what's that running back name for Tampa? Like he loved that running back shit. You can tell he's young. He will probably, we played Madden. He's the age that he played Madden growing up. You want the good running back or the fast receiver, right? Mm-hmm. To me, because they're not much of a threat to go get Ashton Genty. If I'm Tom Brady, if I'm Pete Carroll, I forgot the name of the new GM. I'm like, look, we gotta go get Ashton Genty at 4 because we don't want him to go there at 5. Now, we both got them going with Ashton Genty in some capacity, but let's kind of just talk about Ashton Genty as a prospect, right? Do you think he's everything that they say he is? Like he can really turn, because like Saquon, they drafted him in New York to go turn that franchise around. Like that was the reason they drafted him. It didn't work with them because they don't know how to use him. But you saw what we did with him. We won a Super Bowl like that. So do you think Ashton Genty, because he believes he can have that kind of impact on Saquon Barkley, you think he's all that in the bag of chips?
He's the best running back in the draft, like hands down.
Fuck running back. Skill position. Is he by far the best skill position? Receiver, running back.
No, I don't think he's the best. I think Travis Hunter takes that. Don't get me wrong. I just think I like what Travis Hunter brings to it. I know there's a lot of like baggage that comes up with the girlfriend and his outlook.
We haven't heard about the girlfriend since just the Heisman Trophy. By the way, so PR team is on point. I don't even know if they're still together anymore.
I don't know. I like Genty. I think he's going to be good. I know the Bears want him to. I know the Saints are even looking at him, which is wild to me to think if you pair him and Kamara together.
Kamara's old. In NFL years, he's old.
Kamara was eating last year, though.
And Kellen Moore we just had Saquon Barkley. He's like, I want one of those. I need another one of those.
I get it. A ground and pound running back is what you want. I believe he's what is advertised. And I think that kid from North Carolina is going to be good too. Hampton. Yeah, I think the Broncos are looking at him
going 20.
Yeah, but I think the Raiders have to get, and you want to sell tickets. You don't want to see White out there, Zamir White going out there. You want to see a guy that, hey, we put our time and effort into scouting and looking, and his resume speaks for itself. He smells like a Raider. Get him in there as quick as you can. And if you got to move up 3 or 2 slots to get him,
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're going to go to the Jaguars next. I think the Jaguars can't fuck up this pick because they did it with not getting the kid from Michigan.
Hutchinson, yeah.
Yeah, go get the other kid from Michigan now that's there. So I think that's what's going to happen.
Just to kind of like, and I agree. I think Ashton Genty is all that. I think Al Davis, he's the Al Davis type of guy. Marshawn Lynch will probably be in the building, be like, yeah, go get you an Ashton Genty. Like, he's like, I know it's not Oakland no more, but like, for what they're trying to build there, that kind of culture, I think he's perfect for that. But going to that Duval situation real quick, I feel like Mason Graham has been linked to them since the beginning of the draft process, and I feel like for whatever reason, because of that, he's not going to get drafted. I feel like for whatever reason, they're gonna be like, I don't know, maybe not. So if Ashton Jesse does not go 4, he ain't getting like, to me, Duval. I feel like they might be like, yeah, I want a piece of that. I want a piece. Like, because Jacksonville is such a weird. They're in a weird place because, like, we know we got the quarterback, we got some pieces, offensively. We kind of like running back. I don't know who they love between Etienne and
the other guy could see them getting, who I have us getting, the Ahmad dude from, yeah, I could see them going out. They gotta keep him safe is what they got to do. That's another thing I could see them do, but they also need to do something about that defense because it's atrocious. They go and I've never seen a team sign so many players in the offseason. They're like, yeah, they're gonna have a good defense, and I forget every one of those guys immediately. And they were having good years wherever they were at. Because they do make a splash in free agency every year, and they sign, in my opinion, good players.
They do,
but they don't mesh well. I don't know what it is.
It's Jacksonville, bro. Like, listen. When you go to certain organizations, there's an aura about the organization that's either positive or negative. If you get assigned to shit, in a basketball
The
sense.
longest I had the Raiders getting Will Johnson. But talking to you more and forgetting that Pete Carroll is there now, I'm like, he loves himself a running back. He's got to get himself a running back.
As soon as he got to Seattle, who's that beast mode guy in Buffalo? Yeah, when he got to USC, let me get that Reggie guy. Let me get that Lendell guy. Come on, bro. Like, it feel his last few years, Kenneth Walker and Sharpe, like, it feels good for him to have. Like, he's old school. He's 75 years old. However, like, he needs a running back.
Look good. It's a good blanket. Yeah.
He needs him to running back. So, but nah, we'll kind of see what that Jacksonville aura is just like. I don't know. Like, Jimmy Smith there walking through those doors. Like, Frank. What's his name? Oh my God, what's the running back's name? Fred Taylor. He walking through those doors like that old David Garrard and right, like, hey, that era is done. Like, this is Jacksonville. So I don't know, but I don't want to talk about every team. I want to let's kind of get to some wild card situation. Obviously, you guys are 7, so let's talk about it. The New York Jets. You put Membu, I put Tyler Warren. What have you read from a Jet situation? I feel like, obviously from the outside looking in, y'all should have got Brock Bowers last year. Y'all realize y'all should have got Brock Bowers last year. You don't pass up on a kid like this, like Tyler Warren. And you bring it in Justin Fields. What do you always say? A young quarterback's best friend is that tight end. So what do you think?
We got Ruckert, who went to Ohio State. So who cares? Exactly.
Thank you.
So trust me, I believe that. And I'm saying the same thing too. But historically, we just don't go after it. The last tight end we took in the first round, I think I could be wrong. Could be Dustin Keller. It could be the last one we took. But historically, we don't go after tight ends. And you would think that these guys would stop fucking around and go after somebody with a good pedigree like a Tyler Warren or Loveland, one of the two. But
according to Hard Rock, the odds for the first tight end drafted, Tyler Warren is the favorite at -450. So this is obviously it's Vegas or Seminoles. So this is wherever the Seminoles live. This is the betting favorite right now would be him being the first tight end.
I saw Jake Butt get hurt and his draft stock fell because of that. But that man was lights out when he was at Michigan. I remember watching him play. I was like, oh my God, that whoever gets him, and I hope it's us, we get him. We passed. But I mean, anything can happen in the draft. People do their scouting. They see what fits best. I think both Loveland and Warren are good, but I don't see the Jets taking a tight end. If they did, I would not be mad with Tyler Warren. I think we have to worry about our quarterback.
But what have you seen? Like, what have you, like, obviously, I know you plugged in. Like, what have you read?
For us, we have brought in so many people. We have brought in Tyler Warren. We have brought in Will Campbell. We have brought in Mimbu. We've brought in Kevin Banks. We brought in the wide receiver from Arizona. We brought in Golden. We brought in a lot of players. We've even brought in Shedeur Sanders. If they took Shedeur Sanders, I'd be happy. But I know it's not going to happen, bro. I know it's not going to happen. But I know like that would be a good pick if they got it. But because they put Justin Fields in there, they don't want to make him feel.
That would not work for Justin Fields. That'd be weird for him.
It would be very, very fucking weird. I understand, but they're not going to do that. And this is why I don't get this team, nor do I care what they do. But if it's me and I'm taking my fandom out of this, which is very, very minimal nowadays, and I'm the GM, I'm thinking I got to protect this kid Justin Fields because everywhere he's been, he's had a R. Kelly this shit. Fight for my life out here.
I'm fighting for my life out here.
So get him a big boy, corn-fed, Midwest tackle,
corn-fed.
Any of them.
Or you get you a Midwest tight end that's just gonna block and go, because he can block as well, and he gonna catch some shit. He go block. And he go. To me, again. They can't go, to me, Tyler Warren, they can't go wrong. Benbu, I wouldn't be like, that's not a wrong pick or anything like that. So,
everybody wants him to get the wide receiver from Arizona. And I like, as much as I want him, I don't want him to go there and ruin his career.
I was about to say, that would be bad for him.
It would be
Poor guy.
Yeah, it would be bad for him. I don't want that to happen for him, man. I want to see him go somewhere where he's gonna flourish and do well at. So, we'll see.
Listen, real quick, I looked at Hard Rock. Ashton Jeanty is the favorite to be drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars at -160. Las Vegas #2 at +200. Chicago at +300. So, to me, with Jacksonville being the favorite, these GMs be like, we cannot. If you want to go get your dude, because the Patriots, I know Samuel's not on right now, and Samuel's like, what he wants to do with he wants to trade out of that pick, right? They're in the perfect position to trade out of that pick. So to me, whoever wants Jeanty, they got to come to Ford to go get him. Got to come to Ford to go get him. There's no way he's making it past Ford, in my opinion. That's how I see it right now. But all right. Now speaking of Ted McMillan, because I have him going. We both have him going 9 the Saints, so I like that.
I didn't look at your draft, by the way. I just went off of what I thought.
Yeah, cool. So Ted, like we were talking about him earlier, like you think he's on that? Like we got a good one in that one. Like we got a solid guy.
I had to watch tape because I didn't know anything about this guy.
Yeah,
he's pretty fucking good, man. He's pretty fucking good. So yeah, I think he's gonna be
so goddamn. All right, now interesting because I know you mentioned earlier that the Bears really want Jeanty, right? So, and I know Ben Johnson going over there. So I put Omari and Hampton in that situation. He's the second best running back, and to me in this day and age, 2 running backs going in the top 10 is like, oh. But we did see a couple years ago Gibbs and what's the homeboy name for the Falcons? Bijan. We have seen it. We're like, yo, you got him, you go get him. To me, because I know the Broncos are definitely interested in getting a running back situation as well. But if the Bears are really in on a running back, to me, it's like, the Ben Johnson is gonna go to me because you put who you put? You put a tackle.
Yeah, protect.
To me, Ben Johnson he's gonna go tight end or running back. That's how I see it. But what do you know about Mario Hampton in general? Because like his name,
nice
name came up for me after the season ended, and he just like do pre-draft workouts and shit like that. Did he run a 40? Omari Hampton, did he run a 40? Sure. Oh yeah, he ran a 4.46 40. He's 6 foot, 221 pounds. 4.46 is good. 38-inch vert. He's solid.
I like that. He got slave feet, huh?
He's solid. Hey, that boy good. That boy good now. That boy good. That boy solid now.
Chris Rock will make me laugh with that. That boy got slave feet.
That boy got slave feet. No.
Matthew
Golden ran a 14.
I'm not taking that away from you. I think Ben Johnson, if I'm smart, he knows how to control an offense. We know that. And I think with your new shiny toy of Caleb Williams, who we saw play well last year, as much as we want to dog him for every little thing that he did, it's the Bears, and there's some imperfections there. Protect your asset. Get an offensive tackle, and we all know you can get running backs in the second round that they will find to be well for the team. I'm sure they're scouting that already, but we know that he loves offense. Yeah. And that guy Komet, bro, he's inconsistent, but when you have a good coach like Ben Johnson there coaching, I think Komet can be what we see, what is it, once every 2 games or like 2 games a year, he has like pops off for like 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. And
I mean, let's think about Caleb Williams, obviously, because like obviously, he was the number 1 pick last year. They gave him a pretty good receiver core. Obviously the running back situation, it's not like it's horrible. Like they got it. So, I mean, what do you feel like we need to see from Caleb year 2? Like, what do you think is going to help him the most? Because
offensive line.
I can see that. I can agree with that.
You need offensive. You need to protect, like you're saying about Cam Ward.
Yeah.
You need to protect your investment. As boring as a pick it is, get them big Southern corn-fed boys in there, West Coast beefy boys, whatever you want to call them. Put them in there, and that's what you need. Just protect your asset, because Caleb is talent. There's talent there. We see it.
Yeah.
And it's coachable. He's a very coachable guy. And I think, like you say, I'm always you said it, and I can never unsee it now. When your quarterback and your head coach and your GM are all on the same page, that's where it clicks right there. Yeah. And I think this is going to be good for the young guy they got as the GM there. I think he's done a very good job of being Christ-like, of being crucified for the moves you make and the things you do to get to where you are now. I think to where you are now, you have a very, very good roster, and you've got the right guy as a head coach in there. Because the guy that was there last year, I can't remember his name. He was a joke. Get him on out of there. I know yeah, get him on out of there. The Lovie Smith isn't coming through the doors. Johnson era is here. Beef up the O-line. Protect that asset. Moore is there for a while. You got the young kid from Washington there. You want to get them the ball as much as you can. And Kenny Allen, I don't know where he's at, but like you've got 2 good receivers there in those 2 guys. And then if Swift is still there, serviceable running back. I think
that's crazy with Swift. Like we had him. I thought he was about to be like our next 5 years. And now it's like
something here with man. It's got to be.
And now Chicago's like, yeah, we could go get. Oh my God, we would love to get Ashton Jeffrey. I'm like, how do you feel like if I'm Swift? It's like, damn, nobody want me.
Why
don't nobody want me, man?
It's got to be mentally with him, man.
Yeah, all right. God, there's so much shit. I feel like there's so much shit. I know we've been on this for a little bit already, but there's so much shit with this draft. All right, let's talk real quick. Let's talk about Shedeur Sanders, right? We both got. I know there's a lot of picks in between. We got. I got Matthew Golden going to the Cowboys. I feel like they might go. They need somebody to complement CeeDee Lamb. I know you picked Mark Stewart. I feel like there's we both got corners for the Dolphins. There's a lot of
Aaron linked to the Dolphins for so long. I don't see Will Johnson getting past San Francisco.
But think about we both got corners though.
Yeah.
And the reason why I put Will Johnson,
Jalen
homeboy,
Jalen Ramsey's gone. Already saying
that plus homeboy that owns the team or whatever. He's a Michigan Wolverine. So I'm like, all right. And Will Johnson had this draft after last year. He's a top 5 pick. So to me, and I heard, I know Barrett is like, I heard is considered to be the better of the two, but I watch Will Johnson personally. The dude is fucking good, and there's a Michigan connection there. But and you got Tyler, we both got tight ends for the Colts. Obviously, I got Tyler Ward going to y'all, but had he fallen, then to me, of course, the Colts. But I got Colts level there. So skipping all of that, let's talk about the Shedeur situation real quick.
why don't we talk about the Bengals, man? That's what I want to talk about. What do you think about them?
I mean, they gotta go. They gotta get a defensive player. They gotta get somebody like you got defensive tackle. I got edge. I don't know. They're gonna pay Hendrickson. Like we know that they lost Hubbard, right? So they gotta go D line in some capacity, and it's a no brainer. Like at the end of the day, because where do you have Michael Williams going to the Falcons? So
I keep seeing his name to the Falcons. Like,
look at both of our 15s through 17s, right? Edge, defensive tackle. I got edge. Like to me,
there's a lot of edge in this draft.
It's gonna be in that kind of capacity, some kind of defensive line presence, pass rusher, something along those lines.
Pierce is the one that I'm monitoring because I've seen him going as high as like in the like 5 era, like there, to all the way to 32.
I've seen us like my beat shit writers and shit. Like I've seen us drafting him so many times. I'm like, I don't think he's gonna make it to us, but yeah,
I don't think so either.
He's a situation that I'm monitoring as well. But essentially, to me, all those positions are all, we'll figure, and then like the Seattle, for example, like they got a lot of needs. You went safety, I went offensive tackle. To me, like, they got a new quarterback coming in. They probably want to protect them. But it's all whatever, right?
You put Bucks with a cornerback, they'll never take a cornerback. It'll never happen.
Listen, Barrett, if they say Barrett is better than
I've seen Jahad Campbell since day one.
I've seen that too. But if they can get the best corner, like they need, what do you always make fun of the Bucks about?
They'll never do it though.
What do you always make fun of the Bucks about?
Corner, yes.
Go get your dog. He's right there. That's how I see it. But let's talk about Shedeur. Let's talk about Shedeur. Whew. Let's talk about this whole situation. The Steelers, Shedeur, the reports that come out about Shedeur. If you're a scout for whatever team, it don't matter. You're a scout. You do an interview. If you're doing an interview with Shedeur, what do you feel? How do you feel like that interview would go based on what you read and what you know about Shedeur Sanders? How do you feel like that interview would go?
Well, first off, because I love you, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You got a bat in the cave, go blow that bitch out.
Yeah, bat in the cave.
It was hanging for a second. I'm just saying.
There's nothing hanging, bro.
All right. I'm just saying, if it pops out on you, I'm just letting you know.
There's literally nothing hanging, bro.
All right. If I'm interviewing Shedeur, I'm trying to see how mature he is and how he is presenting himself to me as a human being. Because I know he's got the watch thing. He's very cocky, all of that. But I want to see how he. If there's anything I appreciate of Shedeur is he's good at controlling the offense and bringing everybody together. That's what he did at Colorado. He was very good at that. He stood up for his teammates, never threw anybody under the bus, accepted accountability when he needed to, even though his father would overstep him sometimes and take it. And I would be tasking him, hey, Dad's not here. How do you handle this now that Dad isn't here?
Because Dad's been coaching him since what, middle school, some shit like that, high school? Like, damn.
That's the only scary part of it. But I think the kid is coachable. Yeah. And I think he gives a lot of stuff that we praised a couple years back, because now we're seeing a mix of it. We're seeing the pocket passers and we're seeing the runners as well. We're seeing your Lamars, we're seeing your Patrick Mahomes. So,
and they say he's not as athletic, Like he's not. Here's what I hear: he doesn't have the biggest arm. He's not that fast. He's just a very good processor of the game. That's what I hear, and he's accurate. That's what I know.
Okay, so what do you want then? You can't have everything.
So as a scout, are you looking at the intangibles? Are you looking at the performance? Are you looking at his personality? Like, what matters to you when you watch? Because like
all of it, and it depends on the team he'll fall to the team that's right for him. And I think the Steelers would be perfect for him. Yeah, honestly, think that the Browns are perfect for him. He'd be perfect with the Browns. But
listen, in my mock draft, I was this close to having the Browns trade up to 20 with to the Broncos, because like the Broncos will be like, damn, we can't get Asher Genty. All right, cool, we'll trade down. Omari Hampton will still be down there, whatever. I was gonna have the Browns trading up to 20 to go get Shedeur Sanders at 20, because apparently through their interviews and all that shit, they've hit it off. Yeah, they've hit it off. And if I'm the Browns, I don't want him going to my division rival, because I'll be like, damn. Not only do we not get him, he's down the street in Pittsburgh. So I did have that. That's when I got to that part of the draft. It took me like 35 minutes to make my next pick, because I was like, I could see that happening. So, yes, the situation matters for where he gets drafted. Mike Tomlin, I think that's a great marriage, right? But it's not like an indictment that you're slipping in the draft. Like Aaron Rodgers, either was going to go 1 or 20. Like that's just how it felt. It was like everybody else didn't need a quarterback. Like that's just how it is. Like the Steelers, like the Saints, they've been linked or whatever, but the Steelers need a quarterback.
There's just teams that are boneheads that just don't. It's like Russian roulette out here. Realistically, it's like a game of chicken in a way too. That you're playing. Oh, we're not gonna get him. We'll get him second round. But then someone's like, we brought him in for an interview and we're going this route. So anything can happen. But I think if I'm a scout, I'm sold on the kid. I think he's the second best quarterback in this draft, if not maybe the better one. For what he does, he's better with his legs than Cam Ward. I think they're both very smart on the field of analyzing what's going on. But as far as a long ball threat, Cam Ward is going to be your better bet. But Tom Brady didn't have a big arm, and he still won a Super Bowl. But this is the way I'm viewing it, and I'm not comparing him to that, but I've got a guy like a Tom Brady, but he's mobile. Tom Brady was not mobile. So now I got a guy like that. I don't see him making bonehead moves like a Will Levis, like getting sacked and throwing the ball, to lose it. I see him going down. The kid got pummeled a lot and went down with the ball. He's smart.
And I got respect for him because of that. He got his ass beat.
He did. So I think he's a smart pick, whoever gets him. I think you're going to do well. I wish the Jets would get him. I see a lot of potential in him. I see him as coachable. But I think, like you said, the marriage of Mike Tomlin and him are going to be great. And I could see a team trading up to go get him. I could see it.
All right. Here's this scenario, because we talk about the Steelers real quick. Whew. Let's say they get Aaron Rodgers too. How do you think that locker room dynamic would be with Aaron Rodgers if they got Shedeur Sanders to kind of go with that? Is that a locker room dynamic you'd be nervous about?
100%.
I know.
I have a feeling if they 100%. I have a feeling it's Shedeur Sanders. If Aaron doesn't sign, I shouldn't say that, because I guarantee you right now that they wanted to sign him and Aaron did his bullshit and they said, well, you know what? We're going to this draft. And if we get Shedeur, we're going this route. And this is who we're going to take. We'll thug it out with Mason Rudolph. And when the kid's ready, we're throwing him in there. But your services are no longer needed right now from us, because this is taking too long. That's the way I see it. If you bring in Aaron Rodgers in there, I'm sorry. It is Mike Tomlin. I think he could do anything. It just makes me want to build a bigger statue for like the what is it, the Christ the Redeemer, like the big one of
the Brazil one,
put Mike Tomlin's face on it. This is so much shit you got to deal with, the ego of Aaron Rodgers and also the ego that Shedeur Sanders brings with him too. I think Shador is ready to show the NFL like, hey, I know you guys think of me this way, but I'm likable and I'm gonna show you why. And whatever team I fall to, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And there could be a team that we're not even thinking could move up to go get him. There could be a team out there that's thinking that. So I don't know. Like, I'm not saying it will happen. I'm not thinking it would, but like the Cowboys could do something. They could be like, hey, Dak is, this is and this, and they could make the move to go get him.
Yeah.
San Francisco could be like, hey, maybe we were wrong about this Purdy kid. Let's just try this out. They've done this dumb shit too many times. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
But I think if the Steelers are smart, they sit and they wait, or if they feel like they know something that we don't know, move up to go get them. And wherever Shador goes, I'll be happy for him. I'll buy the jersey. I'll be happy for the kid.
All right. I know what's his name? Nick Wilk was like the Packers don't draft receivers in the first round.
That was a panic move for me. I'd rather
I went
there.
Same shit. I was like, because I have Golden going way earlier than that, but I still put in Mecca over there. That was kind of a panic move. And remember I told you with Shador, I was like, if they don't go, Cleveland will get him. I put Cleveland traded back in to go get Jackson Dart. To me, that whatever
is on a lot of people's radars right now.
And I feel like Cleveland, he fits that Cleveland, that Cleveland market. To me, he's just
like they will wait and get him in second round, is what I feel like.
Regardless, to me, they're linked to him, right? That's how I see it.
So is Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh really likes him too, but I think that was because they weren't going to get Shador.
I feel like if he goes to Pittsburgh, he's going to be Kenny Pickett. I feel like he can't go to Pittsburgh.
I feel like if Pittsburgh wants a quarterback, they got to get him high like a Ben Roethlisberger and out on that, So,
all right, let's before we get, because we'll the draft is again as we're filming this, the draft will be tomorrow. So as you're listening to this, hopefully the draft hasn't happened yet. So you have an opportunity to look at our mock drafts. I do want to ask you kind of a question about just drafts for you. Can you recall like a draft moment for you that you like? That was like, oh wow, this is a cool moment. One of your favorite moments or a memorable moment for you as a Jets fan or whatever from NFL draft?
Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner and Breece Hall draft. That was the most memorable one for me as of recently. We draft well. I'll give them that. They draft very, very well. But that 2002 draft for me was, I remember day one, we got 3 first-round picks. We got Garrett Wilson, or we got Sauce at 4. We got Garrett Wilson, I think it was at 6, and then we got Jermaine Johnson towards the end middle. And all those guys got 5th round picked up again. I think Breece Hall did too. So I'm happy to see that they're keeping them. I know there's been a lot of chatter of possibly trading Breece Hall to go get Genty, which I think is wild. I don't see that. I just think get Aaron Rodgers the fuck on out of there and we'll be okay. But that's been the best for me. I remember Jamal Williams. I was happy for that. I remember being at the Bucs Stadium for the Jameis Winston draft and watching Leonard Williams get picked. I was so happy for that pick because he was the best rated player in the draft, and we got him as far as IQ, as far as mobile, as far as the position. He was the best, and I was happy with that. But we always have had a history of moving on from our first-round picks. I don't get attached to our first-round picks.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been attached to my first-round picks because Sauce is a can't miss, and Wilson, same thing. Jermaine Johnson, when he's healthy, is pretty exciting to watch. And Breece Hall, for a day 2 pick, I was not mad at it, man. I was not mad. I remember I was at World of Beer going to see some friends. I was like, it's day 2. Jets are going to, they can't do anything better. And I was like, Kevin! I was like, Kevin! I couldn't believe it, man. So that was the best one for me.
What about the worst?
The worst? What's that kid we took from Louisville, the cornerback? Can't remember his name. He didn't do nothing for us. I can't remember his name. It's very forgettable. I'll look it up now.
If my sister can pick it up.
Let's see. Jets first round picks.
Mekhi Becton went to Louisville, but not him, obviously.
I like Mekhi Becton. I
Yeah.
thought it was weird.
Super Bowl champ, by the way.
Yeah, no, I'm happy for that. I've never been more happy for a Jets player to leave and get that. I was so happy for him. He was a corner or a safety that we got. Kyle Wilson. Kyle Wilson, that was the guy. He was right after Mark Sanchez. Yep, Dustin Keller was the first tight end that we've taken in a long time in the first round. He went 30th overall in 2008. Kyle Wilson, I couldn't stand. Quentin Coples was another guy that I was like, oh, he's going to be good out of North Carolina. Did nothing for us. D. Milner, I thought he was going to be good.
I remember.
Yeah, that was trash. Sheldon Richardson was great in that draft that we got. Kelvin Pryor, that's the one I'm thinking, not Kyle Wilson. Calvin Pryor, that guy was stunk it up. But they've hit well, except for Zach Wilson. I didn't like that pick either. I absolutely hated that pick when we got it. Wasn't sold on it. Didn't see what the big hype was with it. And I'm glad it took us a long time to move on, but we finally did move on from it. So, and he's on his third team. So, fuck him. So.
You remember me at what's that place?
Blind Goat.
Blind Goat. You saw my range of emotions that night. Now, looking back at it,
dead that day.
Looking back at it, I'm very happy we got AJ Brown. However, and again, I love Jordan. I love Jordan Davis. I think he's a great player. I still feel like we should have drafted Kyle Hamilton in that position because we've been, even when we brought back CJ Gardner-Johnson, we got rid of him again. We've been looking to have that safety that we can just count on since Brian Dawkins, right? To me, Kyle Hamilton, I see what he does for Baltimore. I'm jealous about it. I think Jordan Davis is a good player, but he's a two-down player. He can stop the run, but I don't really see him do much past that. I feel like we got Kyle Hamilton. That would have been great. But you saw my range of emotions that day. My favorite pick over the last few years was Devontae Smith by far because when he was in college, I tweeted, I can't wait for him to play for the Eagles. And
listen,
God willing, it happened.
after I'm looking at the first round picks, after the Jalen Reagor confuggle,
that was
everything was right. Everything
was the first time in my Eagles fandom in the last 25 years. I've been an Eagles fan since I was an Iverson fan, so since 2000. Since that was the first time I was like, I can't cheer for this team no more. I went on Instagram that day, because it was COVID, and oh my God, COVID brings back memories. I was we're living at Villa Sonoma in Tampa, and I was like, Bucks fans, where y'all at? I might be looking for a new team. I might be looking. I was so hurt because look at Justin Jefferson, what he's done in his career. He is the best receiver in the league, okay? Whether you have a 1-2, it doesn't matter. He's the best receiver in the league. He is so freaking good. And even though we got AJ Brown, cool. We could have still had Justin Jefferson, the best receiver. All that gritty shit in Philly, oh my God, it would have been so dope. But, things happen for a reason. We played Justin Jefferson. We do a good job against him. So, good job, Philly. But, damn, we could have had him, dog. We could have had him in Philly. And I love AJ Brown, even though they tried to steal his car the other day. Big Dom got it back in our Big Dom. You want to talk about somebody who needs his jersey retired? They need his jersey retired in Philly, because Big Dom is the truth.
Straight to the rafters.
But yeah, that was the Jalen Reagor shit was a low moment for me, and it's crazy because that same draft, if I'm not mistaken, that was the same draft we drafted Jalen Hurts, and I was like, why are we drafting Jalen Hurts? We don't need Jalen Hurts. We got a quarterback. Howie, he's been cooking ever since. He's been cooking ever since. So, shout out to Howie Roseman. I can't wait for the draft. Again, if you listen to this right now, before the draft, I'm going to be at Bar Howard. We will see we can get AROD coming out to Bar Howard, but we're going to be watching the draft at Bar Howard. And, yeah, we're going to do that. All right. As because we got a little bit of time to permit, obviously, the NBA playoffs is going on right now, so I want to make sure that we cover quick. We're going to do quick hitters on the NBA playoffs. We're gonna start with the shit that's the closest to us. So, AROD, the floor is yours. The New York Knicks, the Detroit Pistons. I left up the notes that I took last week on how I saw shit going. I said, I got the Knicks in a hard-fought 6 games. Hard-fought 6 games. Through 2 games. Like, I don't like to make any kind of like decisions on any kind of series after game 1. I like to wait for game 2 and then game 3 because you're both of those 2 games at home. Game 3 is where you really get to know, like, all right, what's real, right? But we've seen 2 games in a 1-1 series. You kind of have an idea, right? We've seen 2 games of Detroit basketball, and we've seen Jalen Brunson go put on his Superman cape twice. Like, I gotta carry this team. He just won Clutch Player of the Year. You don't know how much respect and love I have for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, to me, God, Nico Harrison, bro. He just did another press conference the other day, and he said, I didn't realize how important Luka Doncic was to here. I'm like, dog, you had Nico.
That was the most odd fucking thing I've ever
At this point, go on vacation, bro. Like, go away. You're not in the playoffs. We don't need to hear shit from you no more. Go to Cabo, go to Tijuana.
There's another thing with him. It's like black people meet, and I guess him and his wife met on that, and it's very cringeworthy to watch. I watched like the interview between them. Oh my god, man! Like it's creepy. But that
what did Nike hire him to do?
I don't know.
They want him to do marketing,
and he helped with the Kobe line of shoe, and I forgot what it was, but bro,
I wish Kobe was alive because he needs to talk to him, dog. I'm like, if I'm Kobe, I'll be like, yo, brother, we need you to calm down right now because you're making me look bad, dog.
Rest in peace to a legend, but I mean, he may meet him soon if he's there in Dallas still for a long time, man. I mean, Jesus, they hate that man. That
he might be like, I can't take this shit.
That press conference when that was like, do you think you should be fired?
Yeah.
I was like,
that's tough. That's tough. He's dealing with a lot. He has to watch Luka drop 30 a game against Ant-Man. Jalen Brunson with Clutch Player of the Year. Kristaps Porzingis on the best team in the East. Like, it's like, damn. Imagine Jalen Brunson, Luka, and Kristaps Porzingis. Can you imagine that team right now? Like, where did we go wrong? But
that's my thing that I tell you, bro, is you have to be patient with players. Like Jalen Brunson. Mark Cuban said with Jalen Brunson, he was like, I was going to let the kid walk regardless because we weren't going to give him the money the Knicks are going to give him. That was a lot of, even with me, when I saw the contract, I was like, that's a lot of money for a guy that I don't know he's going to be this.
And he could have, he just took a discount last summer to stay with y'all because he could have signed for a hell of a lot more money.
But bro, I'm damn, I got a hella tan right there, man. Jesus Christ. I'm proud of him because like I was scared of the contract, but the contract makes sense now.
Solid.
Kid is good. He's very good. But that's the thing that I say is like you got to be patient with these kids, man. Like you went and traded you gave up dog shit to the Knicks to get Kristaps Porzingis, and then you gave up on it. Now I'm sure there was some internal stuff going on there because I know he wanted to be the one, not Luka, and I'm probably sure that was the reason they moved on from Kristaps. And the injuries and stuff, and they were like, I get moving on from that. And the Jalen Brunson one, I get the moving on from that as well, because the Knicks offered a shit ton of money, and they are like, I don't know, man, the kid's good, but like I don't know if he's that good. But
you should have seen something. Damn, bro, like this, bro. Jalen Brunson, when I watched him play last year in the playoffs, I was like in awe of him. Right, 2 games in this playoffs, I'm like, he is by far the best player on the court. And I think Cade Cunningham is really good. But I watch Jalen Brunson like, yo, this dude that's all NBA. Every time I watch him play, every time, I'm like, yeah, that's all. When I watch a player and I'm like, that's an all NBA player, that be that it is. So we're seeing this shit with him. It's him. Because like Karl-Anthony Towns, listen, to your credit, and again, I still believe Karl-Anthony Towns is a better fit than
Me too.
What's his name in Minnesota? But
Jeans plays in jeans.
But shit, Karl-Anthony Towns last game, 10 points in the first half and not another point for the rest of the game, that's unacceptable. You're at home. If this is on the road and they clamping you up, that's one thing. You're at home and you got your little point guard doing everything. You can't help him out at all. Like, come on, bro. You got to. If there was. My biggest thing about Cat is that if he's going to get punked, he will get punked. And Detroit ain't scared of nobody. And that's why I said hard fought 6 games. They're not going to back. They're not scared of y'all. Y'all are the better team. But they ain't scared of y'all. They're just not as talented.
No, they're not. And they're not. They're not scared of us. And you saw the first game. Everything you said about Detroit, and I said that experience and how dumb they played towards the end, because they had, what, a 9-point lead on us, and we came back and scored 14 points?
21.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, because it is game 2, that was all about to happen again. But Dennis Schroeder saved it. But y'all could be down 0-2. So you're not a little bit worried? Like, I'd be worried if I was a Knicks fan.
I'm not worried. I know this team. I know what they're capable of. I just need Cat to show. If Cat shows up, I'm okay with everything that's done. What scares me the most on Detroit, and you're gonna laugh when I say this, the person who scares me, I know Cunningham's gonna do what he does.
Tobias Harris?
No, not Tobias Harris.
Dennis Schroeder?
Dennis Schroeder scared.
He's scared of y'all both.
He is not.
I ain't scared anymore. He ain't scared of y'all at all, bro.
That guy.
What Bernie Mac say? I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Bro, I watched this guy just get to the right point at the 3-point line, shoot, swish. I'm like, man, this motherfucker, man. I don't know what it is about him, but he just, why does my background keep changing? I don't know why he just scares me, because he could play for every team in the NBA, and he just, when it's clicking for him, it's clicking. It did it when he was in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, Germany, Detroit. It don't matter. If it's Atlanta, if it's clicking, he's not scared of taking a shot. He's not scared to fail. That's the big thing with somebody like him. You can't, in the playoffs especially, he's not afraid to fail. He don't care what nobody. He's been traded 6 times this year alone. He don't give a damn. And to have that kind of confidence, listen, Cade ain't scared. Jalen Duren is not scared. The Thompson twin ain't scared. They got a bunch of junk. Malik Beasley ain't scared. Like, the biggest thing about playing a team is a team that doesn't fear you at all. That's what you got to be fearful of.
What has to happen though is Cat has to be consistent. That 10-point is, if he would have scored 20, would have won the game. But 10
he lost me that bet. I put him to score 20. He scored 10.
Don't put U.S. currency on Carl.
I would never put U.S. currency on the Cat no more, dog. Only dogs. Dogs only, dog.
Dude, Kith released because Ronnie Fang is a huge Knicks fan, and he's the creative director for the New York Knicks. In case you didn't know that, my favorite clothing brand is Kith, and they allowed him to be. They have a night called Kith Night just for him, where they wear like a certain uniform that's tailored by him. Anyways, he put out like the starting 5 shirts, and I think Karl Anthony Towns is still there. Jalen Brunson's gone. You know that one, gone immediately. I think Josh Hart is gone too, but Karl Anthony Towns is still there. So when you say, why is his jersey not selling?
Again, last week, jersey sales. Top Jalen Brunson was number 5. Cat, not on a brand new team, not even in the top 15. I was like, nobody buying his jersey?
New York loves him, but we also know, like, he's...
Do y'all?
Well, they do. They like him. They like Karl Anthony Towns, but they also know at the same time, you know, he's hot and cold, and I don't like that about him. I need him to be on his A game. Kel Bridges does his thing. Josh Hart, God, that guy.
Heart and soul. He's the heart and soul.
So he really is. He really is. He's in the right place all the time. And whenever what I like about Josh Hart is when he fucks up, he falls to the ground.
He loves hoop, bro. He loves hoop, bro.
Who would have thought he was a Knick from day one? I remember the Jazz drafted him, the Lakers got him, and the Lakers gave up. I was like, man, you guys are, I saw him at Villanova. I thought he was better than Brunson. I could not believe that he went like 30th in the draft. I could not believe that. But
because he's still undersized for how big he plays. That's what it is. So that's
Yes.
honestly what it comes down to.
He's 6'5". He's 6'5". That's a serviceable size in the NBA.
But
But
for his rebound prop to be at 9.5 every time I play it, they like, damn, that's respect.
I know. And OG, man, I love what he brings to the game too. Mitchell Robinson, when he gets in, I've been saying, man, I know you always dog me and you're like, oh, Mitchell Robinson, who the fuck is he? Like, dude,
I ain't scared of no Mitchell Robinson. He can go kick rocks, bro.
bro, Mitchell Robinson does what he needs to do.
Jalen Durant. Hey, y'all lucky Isaiah Stewart didn't play game two, bro. Isaiah Stewart would have beat his ass too. Ain't nobody scared of no Mitchell Robinson, dog.
Mitchell Robinson got hands. He fights.
Ain't nobody scared of no Mitchell Robinson. Now y'all have Hartenstein still. All right, that's different.
I like what Mitchell Robinson brings. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm not scared of them. I think
you got 5, 6,
5 or 6. I don't know. I still
do you think it could go 7? If you had to put money on it.
Oh no, I think it could go.
If
7.
you had to put a significant amount of money. It's either it goes 7 or you beat them at 5 or 6.
6. Okay. 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sticking at 5, but if I'm betting money U.S. currency, I'm going 6 on this one.
All right. Let's run through some of these matchups real quick. I'm not gonna talk about OKC Memphis. That's just belt to ass. Belt. I know Sammy. I wish Sammy was on. We can talk about Ja, but we're gonna save Ja for next week because belt to ass. That whole Memphis situation is garbage. Cleveland, Miami, belt to ass. Like there's nothing there. Boston, Orlando. Even when Tatum is out, Boston beat the dog shit out of Orlando. Belt to ass. All right. Let's talk about more exciting series. Even though, all right, let's talk about Anthony Edwards versus Luka. It's crazy. Like this, is the first time in my lifetime that I watched my current favorite player, my second favorite player of all time after Allen Iverson, is actually the second fiddle to another player, right? And it's like it's humbling. Like, damn, LeBron James was old, dog, but this is Luka's team, dog. But this is what LeBron has wanted since 2020. He said, AD, here you go. Magic Johnson and Kareem.
Who calling that shit?
Who calling that? Hey, Magic said, Magic as a rookie, he said, hey, big fella, I got you. I'll take this, right? Luka, two games in. Yeah, I got this. This is my team. LeBron is like, finally. I can relax, dog. I can relax. So, just real quick on this series, we got a 1-1 series here. AE, he got 5 for 50 the other day.
My dick bigger than yours.
I got 300 mil and my dick bigger than yours. AE, listen. Remember I tell you, we've been talking about this for years now. Who my new favorite players are? I said Luka, Anthony Edwards.
I told you Anthony Edwards when he came in the league.
I love those two so much. I love Anthony Edwards so much. And when he did that movie, with Adam Sandler, I was like, yup, superstar.
As soon as I saw him with that interview with Malika Andrews, she was like, what sport did you like to play? Any sport. What could you do? Any sport. Whatever they need me to do, I can do it. Just put me, I can do it.
Dog, any single interview he's ever done, it's like, yep. Because I'm all about authenticity. I'm like, yep, that's 100% Anthony Edwards. I love Anthony Edwards. So this series for me is fun because like my favorite player, LeBron, my current favorites, AE and Luka. We've seen kind of both sides of what could happen. Just based on what you've seen so far, you still think like I think we both picked the Lakers to win the series. I had Lakers at 5. Shannon Sharpe, my dog, has Lakers at 5. I know some people are a little bit worried about Minnesota. Like, where are we at with this whole series? You think Minnesota could like really put some fear into LA, or you think this is LA's to lose?
And I think it's all in the fucking Anthony Edwards train can. But I think I still like the Lakers. I like the Luka and LeBron pairing better than whatever Anthony Edwards has. You got to find a way to control Anthony Edwards and the rest.
Julius Randle's played pretty well.
Playing well, yes, absolutely. I hate seeing it because I wish he was a Knick, but I can't go back on this Um, what I said about Cat, I'm content with it, but Julius Randle just has to be a second fiddle, and he's understanding it here, because Jalen Brunson wasn't going to call him out. Anthony Edwards, all he had to say was, "You play ball like you play in jeans," and that's all it took.
You know what the difference is? LeBron is comfortable being number 2 to Luka. Julius Randle is not comfortable being number 2 to anybody. He's like, nah, I'm him. And the best teams are teams that are comfortable in their roles. Scotty was like, all right, cool. I'll be number 2 to you, MJ. Shaq was number 1. Kobe had to be comfortable enough to be number 2 until he wasn't comfortable no more. He was like, all right, man, nah, you are out of shape all the time, bro. This is my team. Like, the best teams, you got to be the most comfortable in your roles. And to me, Julius Randle is not comfortable being number 2, even though AE is obviously the best player on that team. But we'll see how that goes. I still got Lakers at 6. I said Lakers at 5 last week. I'm gonna say, I say Lakers at 6. I think LA wins Game 3. I think Ant-Man and they'll win Game 4. And then I got Lakers winning 5 to 6. That's how I see it. But we'll see. All right, another exciting series: Nuggets, LA, Clippers. Shit, we've seen playoff Kawhi, and we've seen the Nuggets beat the Nuggets. You think? What was your opinion last week? Has it changed at all?
No, man, Kawhi just Kawhi. I don't know. I'm sorry, I said something funny to y'all. Kawhi, the last game took over, does what Kawhi does, man. But that's the thing, is he's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So I just don't know what you're gonna get out of it.
Kawhi's that dude, bro. Kawhi's that dude, bro.
He's that dude, but I think he just caught the.
It'll be a black guy. Well, I mean, yeah, whoever the Giants draft, it'll probably be a black guy. Just FYI, y'all.
I just think I think he got on a better day than the Nuggets had. I still like the Nuggets to win it though.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that was going to go down to 7 games, but I think because Game 7 would be in Denver, I think I said how I put it exactly. I got Jokic at home in an epic Game 7, and they'll come back from being down 10 in the 4th. That's what I put last week, and I think that's going to be the same. All right. Outside of that, is there any other series that are intriguing? I mean, this Dame Lillard shit, he's back. But I knew I was wrong about Kuzma being an X factor, clearly. But I knew
0-0-0-0-0.
I knew Giannis was gonna be amazing. I just didn't know how. And again, Indiana, they play really well at home, so that's just what they do. You think Milwaukee has any shot to make this interesting at all? Because Indiana has looked like the better, with and without Dame. They just look heads and shoulders just more energetic, more cohesive. They want to be there. And remember, Milwaukee, they got Glenn. And Glenn, he don't make adjustments.
We're going to get past these guys.
Listen, here's the difference. Glenn, I'm comfortable. I'm good. JJ Redick, cussing out his team up 11. What the hell are we doing? That's the difference. I don't know. Glenn be confusing me, man. Mr. Rivers, you confuse me. But you think I know how we feel about Dame and shit like that, and Giannis is one of those guys, but you think they got enough to make this an interesting series, or is this going to be Indy? This is a rivalry, and Indy's been getting the best of Milwaukee for the last couple of years.
I think we're writing them off too quick. I think we're going to be good. They're going to be fine.
I hope so. Because last thing the NBA needs is this series to be ugly. Because I think the NBA wanted that to be a good series. I think they're getting some of that from the players. They've been scrapping a little bit, but boy, I don't know, man. They better drop 35 next game. I don't know. And then outside, and then Golden State, Houston. Steph is just amazing. Jimmy Butler is amazing. Draymond's amazing. I don't think Houston's ready for the moment. Who did you pick to win that series?
Golden State.
Okay, so yeah, I think that stays the same. And then all right, that's pretty much it. And then shout out to Peyton Pritchard. He won 6 Man of the Year.
He
Uh,
did.
he did.
Good for him.
So I mean, anything else NBA worthy that you want to speak on real quick?
Nah, I got nothing. I'm just excited to watch good playoff basketball and watch these Knicks do what they do. This is a tough matchup for them. I knew it was going to be tough. I just want to see them play together, less oh my gods and more scoring, if anything. So
I thought it was a three. I don't know.
For sure, yeah, for sure.
Cat. I
What
like
did I
Cat.
tell you? I've been on like it's just getting more publicist of how he is since he's been with the Knicks. But I've been on this for a long time saying like he's like got two personalities. Yeah, we was out there, we was stopping him and shit. Oh my God, I can't believe.
Oh my God, I thought it was a three.
Oh my, it's the hands that do it.
He's like, Dominican. Listen, Dominicans. You know my boy Leandro Salvador. Well, he's the most Dominican person I know. He is the same way. Like sometimes listen, there's two sides to a Dominican. I know black, but you are black sometimes. So I know black, but sometimes
don't throw me under the bus like that. But yes, I get that. I get the analogy there.
Anyway, I was 16 Dominican. I love y'all, so we good, bro. Because Dominicans, they come straight from Nigeria. That's how I see it. When I see a Dominican, I'm like, yeah, you straight. Because the lineage is right there. Y'all came straight from Nigeria. I know y'all did.
Oh man, he's too funny, man. I need Cat to show up, man. It's hurtful not to see that, man. It's 10 points and then cold. Like I don't get that, man. I need more from Cat, man, and that's a lot to say, but that's what we brought him there for, to be number 2, and he knows it too. He knows it. He knew when Anthony Edwards there, he knew he was 2 as well. Yeah, and I think him and I'm taking my fandom out of this. I think him and Ant are a better 2 than him and Brunson, in my opinion. I think they played well together. But I want him on the Knicks.
I think what Minnesota, how it worked for him in Minnesota is it wasn't just him, it was the fact that he had a Naz Reid and a Rudy Gobert to kind of take on the physicality for him, and he could go finesse. Whereas here in New York, they need you to be a little bit more physical. We need you to like toughen up a little bit more.
Yeah, he's soft. Like I said, he's super soft, and he plays for being 7 foot. He plays like a 6'5" player. But gets 3 points. I don't like that. But
listen, I get it. Yeah, I get it. All right. I mean, that's all I got. Shout out to my dog LeBron James, old man. Shout out to AE, cool dude. Shout out to John Morant, do better. Do I got any naysayers right now? Shit, I can't. Listen, my naysayers. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all some naysayers. Y'all been trying to write me off for a little bit, and I'm trying not to write back in life in general. But I'm hanging on. I am hanging on. The pen stays in the pen. Hey, what is it? Pen and Paloma or some shit like that. Whatever. I ain't writing shit back. I ain't writing nothing back. Hey, Rod, you gotta let your naysayers know.
My naysayers. My naysayers, yeah. You're trying to write me off too. I ain't writing back. I don't listen to that shit.
Don't you fucking write back, A-Rod.
I ain't fucking leaving. Nah, man. Just like I always preach, be kind to one another. Be kind to your friends. You don't know what's going on. If something seems off, just check on them. Hey, something seems off with you. Everything good? Just check in. That's all you got to do. Be that kind of guy.
Friends. I've been going through some shit. Y'all ain't hit me up one time, dog. Anyway, A-Rod,
I said, I've been going through something 365 days. Tell them you're going. All right. You can find us on Twitter at fair_weather_pod. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Search the Fairweather Podcast, wherever you subscribe or listen to podcast audio. Search the Fairweather Podcast. You can find us there. Words of wisdom time, Zen moment time.
If you made it this far into the podcast, I want you to hit me or A-Rod up and let us know what you want to see from us. Let us know how you want us to improve, what you feel like we need more of or less of. Let us know. And again, it is free to like a post. It's free to subscribe to a podcast. It's free to do all that shit.
When
Support your
y'all
friends.
exactly when y'all have your little fan pages or your work pages on Facebook or your second pages you got on Instagram, I follow them.
I
Follow
follow
us.
all them shits. If you want me to sell my feet on OnlyFans, just tell me to do that too. God damn it. Support your damn friends. That's all I gotta say. 2K, AROD. Yo.